Yeah.
Feel the rhythm, feel the flow. XRP's here, watch it grow. In the digital ocean, a new tide rises. XRP shines bright, no compromises. Global payments moving fast and free, bridging nations like a sea to sea. XRP will rule the waves, the crypto king today. Center of the market, lighting up the way. Power in the blockchain, steady like a drum. Join the revolution, the future's just begun. Banks and traders all unite. Swift connections in the night. Speed and trust, the perfect blend. It's our peace, power has no end. The borders tear the walls. Crypto's calling, answer the calls. From the island beats to city streets. XRP's rhythm can't be beat. XRP will rule the waves, the crypto key today. Center of the market, lighting up the way. Powering the blockchain, steady like a drum. Join the revolution, the future's just begun. Feel the rhythm, feel the flow. XRP's here, watch it grow.
Oh yeah, welcome to the live show, everyone. A banger of a song. It was sent to me about 2 nights ago. I was waiting from a man, Dominic. Much love. He created it. A banger, an absolute banger. It gets the vibes up. You know what I mean? You'll love if you can't hear it. Of course, we're still loving video. Look, man, I don't know. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Don't worry, day early, but it is what it is. We're probably not gonna be here tomorrow. We'll be out and about. Welcome to the Red Bull Wingle fan club, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully, everyone's gonna have an amazing day tomorrow, an amazing Thanksgiving. Hopefully, gonna eat a lot of food. Gonna catch some football games. Hopefully, the sound. And let me know, everyone that is out there listening. Let me know if the sound is perfect. We got the dual PCs back up and running. I know we had a little bit of like that white noise last time, but you know what? The white noise, I think it's gone. We will not use the damn C word around here. We don't like that word. That is an awful, awful word. Let me find. What am I looking for here? Where is my chat? Show chat. There we go, chat. Rick, do I want to know? I sound like a robot? No way. Oh, hold on. You know why? Wait. How do I get this clear? Why is that on?
Hold on. All right, we're back. Is this better? Am I unrobotic? I must be. Yo, Freedom Bull with the Super Bull time. Yes, sirree, my friend. Yes, sirree. All right, let me give it about 10 seconds because I know everyone's on an echo. We should be back. We should be back with normal sound. We're good. Oh my God. So let me tell you why it was like that. Because I got this fancy little mixer over here, right? It's like a $600 mixer. And I have all these little buttons on the sound pad and I couldn't get them to work. So I was slamming them before. I didn't know. It's like one of those buttons you don't really know if you pushed. And the robotic one was stuck in. So now the robotic one is, it's off and we're back to a normal voice. That's too funny. I got like 20 other buttons over here. Should I start touching them? We can see what they do. I got a trombone, record scratch. Oh, I even got an applause. That's crazy. But anyways, we're back. That's so funny. I saw Rick's message come through and he goes, you sound like a robot. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. God damn tech. But look, we got the two PCs up and running. So sound, I believe sound is good. Let's do a quick roll call out there. Chop some game. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. You as well, my friend. Punch Clock. What up, what up, what up? Freedom. Thomas Broski. Freedom, why are we saying no? I need to know. My Boston dude, Punch Clock. Lisa, I see you. Don't do that again. I'm not going to. Look, that's why I don't touch the buttons. And I touched them, and this is what happens. It's absolutely insane. Crypto Bar, what is going on? Who else we got? Tankus, Chop Game, CZR, Smoltzy, ICU. Rick, I know you're out there. Frankie Lemons, I see you. I was going to say Frankie's ma. Crypto Bar, Ronan, my boy, what's going on? Brian, I see you as well. JC Gonzalez, what's up, my friend? Hopefully everyone is doing beautifully. Sound is great. Nice upgrade. Love to hear that. We got two PCs going. One can run the stream. The other can run the content. No lag, nothing. Hopefully at this point in time, you've seen I created that XRP ETF tracker website. A thing of freaking beauty. Look, we track everything on this thing. Spot volume for your 24-hour. We do 5-day. We even do the derivatives, what you see over here. That's your LEV. That's your derivatives, your futures. XRP price. Your total volume updates every day at 4 p.m. It's actually 4:30. It says 4. It will just keep a running tally of all the inflows data coming in. We have all the ETFs currently being tracked. We're going to add 21 shares in here as we move forward. You can change it by spread of volume, however you want to filter it, but it also gives you the 5-day volume for them as well. This site's legit. I took 4 days. I built this thing out. You can see your daily ranking volumes are up on here. Total assets under management. That's not to par. It's hard to pull that info without a paid service, but I think I found a way to do it. XRP locked. You have your charts, 24-hour, 5-day. Those are your futures. And I actually just added in about an hour ago. You got your top 10 exchanges. This tells you the amount of XRP that is being held at the exchange, your net inflow, whether it's minus or positive, and it gives you an update every hour. It refreshes those numbers. If you guys, girls, if you want to see anything added to this, DM me. If it's possible, I'll get it thrown up in there. But what we're trying to do is I'm trying to make the ultimate spot where everyone can go, right? They can get all their Ripple news, all their XRP news, because that's all on the website as well. 15 to 20 articles per day that gets launched out there. I want a one-spot shop. I used to run the biggest crypto website about 6 years ago in the space. YouTube then took over and got in the way. I dropped the ball on the website. The thing was getting hundreds of thousands of views. We don't have a dedicated source for Ripple and XRP news. We have all the bullcrap websites out there that FUD it and don't tell the true story. We need a one-stop shop. We need to know the real information. We need to track ETFs. So you know what? I put my foot down. I've been hard at work, even though I'm on vacation technically until Monday, and we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. You know what I mean? XRP, Bitcoin decoupling. Yes, we're going to talk about it. 100% it is. We're going to pull up the chart as well. We're going to get it moving. Hearts all over your face. I don't know what that means. I don't like anything on my face. What are you talking about out there? Let's do this. That's cool to have. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have. I really do. I really do. Yo, Rick, Smoltzy is now beer merman. Rick, so you don't get him confused. B-Rad, assume and rip. What I missed some comments. I can't scroll. There's too many of them going on out there. So look, let's talk about the ETFs. Obviously, this is your big catalyst, right? Moving forward. It's very obvious at this point that we're going to see a supply shock. It's very obvious. We know it's coming. The question is, when is it going to come? And if you remember 2 weeks ago, XRP Tulsa King, yo, great show, by the way. Thank you for all your hard work. You got it, my friend. Anytime, any day. Appreciate it, man. Put the web address in the comments. I got you. It's super, super simple. XRPrightnow.com. I gotta get used to using two different oh, I can't copy from over there. I got two different mouses and 2 different keyboards. I gotta make sure we're using the right ones. Here's the link. XRPrightnow.com. It's right up the top. XRP ETF tracker. I think it's a pretty simple URL to remember. It's very, very simple. XRPrightnow.com. It's dropped in the comments. Let me pin it to the top so you can have your tracker with it. Boom, we just pinned it. It's on up there. So that thing, it's automatically updated. It's not like you got to rely on me. I set all the code, all the scripting. It pulls it directly from Yahoo Finance. Bitwise was actually nice enough to reach out and send me a link of where I can scrape all of the information. So mad shout outs to them for it. And we're up and running. What is this? Ask Google about this page. Where is that coming from? It's all good. Perfect. Just pinned it. Boom. We're good. Are we in a bear market? All right. So a bear market cannot be confirmed until Bitcoin has invalidated 74,000. If Bitcoin invalidates 74,000, we are in a bear market. Does it look like Bitcoin is in a bear market? 100%. But here's the scary thing. Bitcoin's still $90,000. To say Bitcoin's in a bear market at $90,000, I mean, I never thought in a million years that we would be saying that, right? And here we are. Is it okay if Bitcoin breaks 74,000? It's okay. I've been here 8 years. I've never not seen an alt season. I don't think this is going to be the first year we don't get an alt season. As I said before, everything happens under Trump. Even if we go into a bear market and for some crazy reason we don't get an alt season, we don't have to wait 4 years from now, right? The bottom will be in this time next year, and then everything's going to go up because at that point Trump's going to have about 2 years left. He's going to make sure he leaves the office, and crypto is going to be booming at some point during his tenure, right? So it's not a big deal if you ask me. I mean, obviously we want the prices to go up. But I said, I've been here 8 years. This is my 3rd bull run. I've never not seen an alt season. So if Bitcoin was to invalidate 74,000, that just means that your altcoins are going to run. It's going to be their time. If Bitcoin decides it still wants to climb up, it's going to take altcoins a little bit longer, right? Because remember, altcoins do not run until Bitcoin starts to lose dominance. So if Bitcoin climbs back up, it's going to suck money out of your alts. It's going to keep going. Alts are probably going to drop against it for the first bit of it until they start pushing and money starts to rotate. So all is well if you ask me. Billy Bob, XRP ETF page not working on my phone. Really? Hold on. Let me look, my friend. No, it's not redirecting. It's supposed to redirect you. That's why. You're right. It's not working. Why did that not stop? That's new. That's new. Let me go to mobile view. XRP ETF tracker. Is it giving me my full HTML? No, that's why. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Hold on. I got you. 2 seconds. Bada beam, bada boom. I don't think I typed in the URL right on my page there. That's why. Let me close you. Come here. Come back to my tracker. Boom. 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 Take my full URL. Come into my little dashy McDashy. Please stop this voice. It's horrendous. Are you talk classic car finder? Are you behind? We're not back in a robotic voice, are we? I freaking hope not. Appearance, menus. Hold on, I'm logging in. I'm logging in. I got you. I think I typed the link might be wrong. ETF tracker. Yeah. Save. Hold on, I'm saving it. You see, you guys do good QA. All right, refresh your page. You should be good. You should be good. I was missing the .html. You should be good. You should be back up and running on your phones. I'm in Sydney, and tonight's Channel 7 News is going to be talking about ETFs booming on live TV in Australia. Holy crap. Now that's getting real. I'll be interested to see if they mention XRP. You got, at least keep us informed on that one. You got to let us know. You got to let us know. Unless they're only going to talk about Bitcoins. You got some dry powder waiting to buy. Does anyone think we will dip? Yeah, right. I mean, right now, to be honest with you, markets are kind of in no man's land, right? Bitcoin needs to break above 94 to continue. It's kind of running out of steam here. We might get a little bit of a dip back down to the downside as well. We'll get into the XRP chart in 1 second too. All right, who said it didn't work on mobile? Check your mobile. Let me know. Mobile should be good. Mobile should be good. Yeah. Hit the live button. You probably are behind. I think he caught it from the beginning when the robotic voice was all jacked up and messed up. What's the website called? Ryan Felter. It's pinned to the top of your chat. It's xrprightnow.com. Once you go over there in your top menu bar, you will see XRP ETF tracker. Any AI investment you were looking at? No, nothing AI. Wait, Frankie, did you change your name too? The problem with AI investments right now, it's working now. Good. Yeah, I forgot to put the .html in. That'll definitely screw it up. But it was also supposed to do a redirect, but it's not, so we're going to link right out to it. Frankie, no, nothing for AI. The problem with AI is everything's just moving too fast, and these institutions and companies, VCs, they keep changing their mind. So nothing for me just yet. Got it, dang, I got your eye. CM, this is just got a big chunk from the XRP in a week, though. This cycle is different. Bear market might be for 2 to 3 months since governments and institutions are all in. What do you think? I agree with you 100%. There's so much that is lined up for 2026 and the stimulus, right? The stimulus that is coming out in the summer, that's your big wild card. Because last time we got a stimulus was what? During COVID. Everyone remembers that. What happened to the markets? The markets absolutely went on a ballistic rampage. I mean, we saw crazy numbers across the board. That's coming out. Institutions are flooding millions beyond millions of dollars into this market. I mean, you can see for XRP, $42 million alone today in spot ETFs. We're definitely in a different cycle. I do believe that 4-year cycles are dead. I think these cycles are going to be a lot smaller and a lot shorter. I believe the day of a 90% correction is over as well. And I've been saying that for quite some time. Now, that doesn't mean we are not going to correct. We can still correct. It's just not going to be a 90% retrace. Like XRP is not going back down to 50 cents. All right. I know you want to buy it down there, but it's just not going to happen. Can XRP retrace 50% and go to $1? Maybe. I mean, I think a realistic move on XRP, and we'll pull up the chart, a realistic move for XRP, if it was to retrace, is like $1.50-ish. But there's still a lot of support above $1.50 before we can even talk about it. You know what I mean? There's a lot. Billy Bob, excellent job. Great site. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Happy it's loading on your phone. Thanks for noticing that it wasn't working on mobile. Things always work different from the guy who builds it to others. So, and it looks clean. Like the color layout, the scheme, I mean, it looks good. It looks beautiful. I'm just going to say, I'm going to pat myself on the back. Who would think he does tech for his main job? Yeah, well, you know, not this guy. I wouldn't. Still waiting for my Doge check. Yeah, well, you know, we'll see. We're gonna see what happens. Paul says Ripple has been involved in a platform launch. Oh, I gotta scroll back up. And a platform launch in Dubai to tokenize real estate assets on the XRP ledger. 3 major countries moving all global central bank digital currencies through conversion. Yeah, look, Ripple, what they're doing in the Middle East is tremendous. If you were around, and I don't know when you got in, but if you were around during the lawsuit, Ripple was one of those companies that didn't stop building. They actually went out to the Middle East and they went to Asia, and they did a lot of work in, you know, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and then they went over to like Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and they did a lot of work over there, especially in Thailand with the SCB Bank. So Ripple's one of the companies that they didn't sit around waiting for the US. So everything is coming to life. And I don't know if anyone else noticed, and I don't think I have it pulled up. Oh, actually, I just did an article on it. Has anyone else noticed that the XRP ledger RLUSD mints have been going through the roof? Has anyone else noticed that? Drop it in the comment section if you've been paying attention to Ripple stablecoin, but the minting that's going on the XRP ledger and what it means, because this means something. There is a very significant meaning behind RLUSD being minted on the XRP ledger. We're gonna touch on that in 2 seconds. Yo, Darkstar, I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Much love, my homie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone show Darkstar some love. Thank you, my friend. Wigs are loading, Rip. Laugh out loud. Yo, yeah, well, you know. You haven't been looking. All right, I got you. We're going to talk about it. Second that, yeah. Hey, Rip, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, my friend. You as well. Happy Thanksgiving. Rip, just in case you got a DM from me, it's me. Frankie, where? On Twitter? Did you hit me up on Twitter so I can check? I got 217 Twitter DMs, which is wild. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Ripple and RLUSD. When RLUSD gets minted on the XRP ledger, there is a very specific meaning behind it. A very specific reason or reasoning. Institutions are the only ones who can mint RLUSD on the XRP ledger. That's the key here, XRP ledger. So by seeing an inflow in the amount of RLUSD that is being minted on the XRP ledger, it tells you that the institutional money is entering the space and they are getting into RLUSD. Now, why would institutions want to get into a stable coin? Because obviously they are going to be using the network, right? They're going to be doing something on the ledger itself. A great stepping stone, start with RLUSD. We just saw the law that got passed that allows banks to hold cryptocurrencies so they can pay gas fees. Now, why in the earth would a bank or a financial institution need to hold a cryptocurrency to pay gas fees? I mean, I think it's very clear because they're using the networks. If you use a network, whether it be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP Ledger, Stellar, you need the native token because you need to pay a gas fee. You see how this is all starting to slowly come together? And it just sucks because whenever we deal with banks and governments, everything takes forever. Everything. There's no shortcut when you're dealing with a bank or a government. I wish there was. There's not. I've been here 8 years. I thought that would have been the shortcut. It's not, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Right, because XRP is a gas token. So they are a Papa Bear. What's up, my friend? Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, everyone, hit that. Look, if you're coming on over 260 watching on YouTube, do me a favor, press that thumbs up. The thumbs up, crazy as it sounds, it is the only way to grow on YouTube. I don't make the rules. YouTube makes the rules, but it is the only way to grow. So it takes you 2 seconds. Just go ahead and press it. So we got institutions minting RLUSD, which they need to pretty much get permission to mint it, but they're coming over and they're going to be using the ledger. Buying bank gas now is cheaper than later. That's true. That is very true. That is very true. 10,000 XRP by dinner time tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna make a glitch. I'm just gonna make a glitch and take a picture. I'm gonna start the rumor. Mark, you're gonna know where it came from. But it was your idea, so you're taking the fall for it, my friend. I'm not gonna take the fall. I'll just cover the piece. You know, I'll cover it on YouTube. I got you on the like my rip. Ah, KC, my man, appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Michael, my man, coming in over to rip. Have some turkey on me. Hopefully, most of 2026 will be very, very good for XRP. I think it's going to, my friend. I'm going to have a lot of turkey. I'm going to watch football. I'm going to bet on football. I'm probably going to take about 3 to 4 naps tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I can't wait. Still have $27 on my spreadsheet for December 31st. Shit, that better happen. Look, we can even cut your $27 prediction in half. All right. And I'll be happy. I'll be happy. We can cut it in half. And cut it in half. I'm good. Mark, the whole internet. No, look, the internet's going to think you're the next Riddler out there. You better get a YouTube channel up and running today so we can direct them over to you now. You got to wear a mask, some sunglasses, and a hat. You got to let them think that you're a big deal and you're hiding your identity, you know? We'll even get you a mask changer. Not a mask changer, a voice changer. You know? We'll do it like they did when they protect people in custody. And we'll be good to go. Kraken did actually record it. But here's my question. Did anyone actually get, or I don't want to say get, did we see an actual cash out of anyone on Kraken for 91, 50, 40? I don't know if we've seen anyone that actually cashed out, did they? A mustache, bro. A mustache, yeah, some fake eyebrows, like the old school thick ones. And we'll just say everyone he knows something. And we're in. He says, DM me. Yo, we're good. We got this. We're going to blow you up. You're going to be the next overnight sensation. You can say that the bearable guy's your cousin. How about that? Yeah, alchemy, turkey trot, gobble, gobble by tomorrow. You know, I mean, Brad Garlinghouse said it, right? We're just repeating what Brad Garlinghouse said. We got an ETF. You know, 21 Shares is launching their ETF on Black Friday. Does anyone else find that strange? On Black Friday? Like, why not just wait until Monday, till after the holiday season? Why would you launch it on Black Friday? I don't think so. It ran out for a very short period of time. It'll be interesting. Lisa, how many ETFs are live right now? All right, this is a tricky question. I guess the answer is 5. I don't like counting Rex Osprey as a true spot ETF. And the reason I say that is because it's not a true spot ETF. They're a hybrid. In my eyes, we technically have 4 ETFs live. You got Bitwise, Canary, Grayscale, and Franklin Templeton. And then we have 21 Shares coming to life on Friday. You're going to get, I think Wisdom Tree is going to be number 6 in December. And then Coin Shares is going to be number 7 in December. So right now, if you ask me my opinion, we have 4 true spots. Rex Osprey, they're a hybrid. I mean, I guess you can count them because some of it buys XRP. It's odd. It's odd. So it's 4 or 5 depending on what you want to classify. No, get rid of Rex. I agree with you. I don't think Rex should be up there. I think Rex needs to get dropped down to the non-spot is what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, we're gonna say 4. We got 4. Number 5 is on Friday. And in December, we know about at least 2 more. So we're going to have 7. We're going to have 7. T-Bone. Yo, T-Bone, you make me want to get a steak, bro. What do I think the real float is? I assume you're talking about how much XRP do I really think is available out there? I would say we're probably looking at 3 to 5 billion that's actually available is what I'm thinking here. 3 to 5 billion. is what I'm looking at. Frankie saying 4.5. So 4 now, 5. 4 now, 5. Wait, 4.5. 4.5, yeah. Rip, you cooking tomorrow? You're smoking a salmon and baking a turkey? Oh, you get a little brine action. I'm not cooking. I'm gonna be lazy. I'm going to my parents' house. I think Thanksgiving is the only meal of the year that my mom cooks. I think that's it. I'm pretty confident it's the only meal of the year she cooks. She'll be up at 6 a.m. making her turkey. That's it. So I'll go over there, have some appetizers, have a last soda, a lot of food, a lot of naps. Vince, hey Rip, have you ever heard of one XRP can be made into 1 million droplets? Yes, I have. Yes, I have heard that. So, but let's go back. Let's go back for a second. I want to talk numbers on this. We see the volume. We can see the 5-day volume on this thing, right? Your 5-day volume is $213 million. And all of that money has gone in to buying XRP, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have to buy the XRP. We have reports coming in. Now, everyone, this is where I want you to turn up your volume. I really want you to focus on this because we're getting into numbers now, right? And we're going to rattle them off. This is an important part because this is setting us up for where we are about to go with XRP in the price, all right? So we have a report that over the last 13 days, so pretty much since the launch of the first ETF, $622 million has been taken in amongst these ETF issuers. Spot. We're talking spot ETF issuers, okay? Forget derivatives. We don't care about derivatives. I don't care about leverage. It doesn't affect the price of XRP directly, at least, right? So what are we looking at? We're looking at about $47 to $48 million a day, right? That's how much is coming in. Every single day, we are seeing $47 to $48 million coming in XRP. We pretty much almost matched that today. Pretty good. I mean, the day before Thanksgiving, it still pulled in almost 43 million. So we're on pace here, right? So about, we'll call it $47 million for the sake of where we're going. We're going to call XRP for the sake of where we are going $2.20, okay? If you take $47 million and you then divide that by $2.20, it's going to give us the amount of XRP which is being accumulated. That's about 21.7 million XRP per day. 21.7 million XRP per day. Let's project this out over a 30-day period. So we're talking about by Christmas at this point, right? By Christmas, you are going to have 652,447,530 XRP that is going to be removed from circulation. That's huge. Remember 2 weeks ago when I showed you the ETF chart that I put together about your inflows and I told you the countdown starts with 5? Well, the countdown starts with 5 and your 5th one's coming to life on Friday. If we look at your 60-day projection, we're looking at 1.3 billion XRP. 60 days. So by the end of January, if we stay on pace at where we are, we're looking at 1.3 billion XRP. And remember, these calculations are only based off of the spot ETFs that we have live now. We are pretty much going to 2x the amount of spot ETFs that we have come December. So think about where those numbers are going to go. And think about what 1.3 billion XRP being removed from circulation does. Now, if there's only 3 billion out there, maybe 5 billion, say it's 3, you're going to have 50% of the XRP within 60 days removed from circulation. That's crazy, folks. That is what a supply shock looks like. I hope you understand that. That's exactly what a supply shock looks like. What's up, everyone over in Instagram? Hopefully you're enjoying. Hopefully it's not too dark. I don't feel like plugging in the selfie lamp today. Hit that like on the Instagram screen. Now let's get into these numbers even deeper, okay? So we just ran projections up to the end of January. 1.3 billion XRP scooped up and gone. Let's do a 90-day projection. You almost got 2 billion XRP gone. So by March 1st, as long as those numbers stay where they are, and I have a really good feeling they're going to, because the amount of ETF issuers is only going to rise, we are looking at, in 3 months, 2 billion XRP being taken off this market. 2 billion. Some people are reporting there's only 3 billion out there. Some people are saying we have 5 billion out there. Well, if we got 5 billion, 2 billion is being removed, that's almost 50% of your supply that is getting removed. If we zoom out and we go all the way into November of next year, a year from now, 251 trading days. Remember, these markets only trade Monday through Friday. You will be looking at 5.5 billion XRP removed from circulation. That's over a 12-month period. That is all based off of 4 ETFs. We know of at least 3 more coming to life by, well, I say within the next 2 to 3 weeks. That number is going to climb, and it's not going to take us 12 months to get there. It's not going to even come close to taking us 12 months to get to those numbers. You can pretty much say we got 4 ETFs now, we get 8 ETFs, and if you throw in one of the bigger missing puzzle pieces in all this, a BlackRock, a Fidelity, a Vanguard, a Van Eck, if they come in to this market and we double up from 4 to 8, you're probably looking at summer of next year, you're going to have 5 to 6 billion XRP gone. There's not going to be any left. And what happens when there is no XRP left on the over-the-counter? Well, it's very simple. They need to go to the good old public order books and they need to buy. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, because they're not going to shut down the ETF and be like, hey guys, I'm so sorry, but our ETF is closed for business right now because there's no more XRP available for us to buy over the counter. Doesn't work like that, because what they would do is they would buy it off of a public order book. They wouldn't care where it went, and they would just go back to the client, be like, look, we told you it was going to cost this much. We actually came out at this price, so now you're going to have to give us more money. It's that simple. It really is that simple. The supply shock is a real thing. We've talked about supply shock on this channel, I don't know, the last 6 to 8 months. And it is all coming together. And we said it all starts with the ETFs. Here you go. They're here. And there's already $213 million scooped up within the last 5 days, $622 million since the ETFs have gone live, which comes out to about, 21.7 times 13, puts us around what? 650 million XRP gone? I mean, it's coming. It's coming. Michael, Rip, could you give us the dollar projections with the 3-6 12-month supply shock approximately? Oh man, that's the, you know, God, they always want to hit me with these price questions. I got you, Michael. Let me think though. You caught me off guard. I didn't think. Papa Bear, so Rip, what do you think XRP would be worth this time next year if all goes met and even surpassed? All right, so this, I'll kind of answer both of your questions here. If we get a supply shock, let's start with this, okay? If we do indeed see a supply shock, which it's happening. I do believe we're gonna get a supply shock, right? If we do indeed see a supply shock on this and $1 million was to go to an exchange to buy XRP, the price is going to rise drastically. Drastically. The question is, how drastic are we looking? Right? Where is the US in terms with regulations? There's a lot that plays into this, right? Because obviously we get the Clarity Act, we get the Genius Act. You're going to see every major institution in the United States get involved in crypto. More money is going to come into space. You're going to see crypto, 10, 15, 20 trillion dollars at the end of the day. Then we got to ask the question about market cap. Are they going to get rid of market cap, as something that analyzes an asset? Because that's always been a gray area for crypto, right? Even though market cap has nothing to do with it, I know, trust me, I see the YouTube comments, people screw at me all the time. I get it. But it's still that gray area, right? And it's like 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. How high can this thing realistically go? 3. I've always believed in XRP at 3 digits. The timeline is the question on it, right? That's my biggest question. I never thought in a million years that I would have entered this space 8 years ago as an XRP holder. And it took me 7 years just to talk about XRP being close to its all-time high, right? So timelines are all out of whack. I've always believed we could get to a 3-digit XRP. When I first entered and I looked at this thing, I thought a 3-digit XRP was doable. I believe with a supply shock and a use case, something that Bitcoin lacks, I do believe that XRP can get to a 3 to 4 digit valuation. A lot would need to unfold. ETFs alone will not take XRP up to a 4-digit evaluation, in my opinion. I believe we would need utility behind it, which would make the ETFs even more valuable, right? Because they need a use for it. That's how I approach it. Timelines, who knows? Who knows? What I do know is that XRP is going higher. I know that. And I know we're not going to have to wait until 2030 to get a higher XRP price. I know that as well, right? So that's my answer to that. As much as I tried to tiptoe around in rip fashion, that's what you got out of me. That's what I'm thinking. Stablecoins kind of minimize XRP use case. No, stablecoins serve its own purpose. Stablecoins serve its own purpose. Remember, people are not going to be using stablecoins to move money across borders because all you're doing is you're recreating SWIFT, right? Instead of holding foreign capital, you're going to hold all these different stablecoins that can't interoperate across all these networks. It doesn't work, right? And as I said before, Bank of America is not going to use JP Morgan stablecoin. JP Morgan's not going to use Bank of America. The Bank of Japan is not going to use JP Morgan stablecoin, just like Japan, JP Morgan's not going to use the Bank of Japan's. It doesn't work. They want a neutral bridge asset that just flows and settles everything so they can get away from holding all the foreign capital. RLUSD extends the use case for Ripple and for their clients. Michael, double digits by 2026. No. Not by 2026. In 2026. That's the way to say it here. In 2026. Frankie, I've written 4 years. You all been here some longer. What, 1.5, 3 years versus 4 digits? Yeah, Clarity Act, Adams, Clarity Act. They're saying it should have went through before Thanksgiving. Now they're pushing it back to December. It's getting approved. Look, I don't care if it gets approved now, if it gets approved in December, if it gets approved in January. It will be approved. It will be approved. You'll take it, yeah. It's coming. Look, XRP is going double digits. People can kick and scream all they want. A double-digit XRP only gives you, and we're going to say market cap again. I know that's the most hated word around here, but it only puts XRP at a $500 billion market cap. Bitcoin is not going to be the only asset that has over $1 trillion market cap. Even a $20 XRP gives it a $1 trillion market cap, right? It's going to happen. That will happen as well someday. I told you my most bullish predictions for XRP is 19 to 30 bucks. Could we get there? 100%. Look at these ETFs. Whoever thought Bitwise would be outperforming a $1.5 trillion giant and Frankie T? Whoever thought that? No one. And it is. It's killing it. Bitwise is crushing the ETF game. XRP is absolutely dominating Solana. And Solana, they got big names behind. They got Fidelity, who has an ETF for them. We don't really have any. Well, I guess Frankie T, they're a big. They're not really a big name in crypto, though. Frankie T, right? They're a big name in your traditional markets and not a big crypto name. Fidelity is very big into crypto. They've been involved in crypto for quite some time. XRP really doesn't have a huge traditional banking client who is also deeply involved in crypto that has an ETF. And look at the numbers it's putting up. This shows you that there is demand. That's what this is showing you. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen. This thing's gonna cook. It's gonna cook. Monthly cup and handle on the monthly chart was 362. It's clearly in a downtrend. I mean, look, everything's in a downtrend when price is coming down from a high, right? It was up here, price is coming down. Everything's in a downtrend when price is coming back. But downtrend, uptrend, we can call it whatever we want. We just need to pay attention to our support and resistance. That's going to tell us where we're going. That's going to tell us where we're going. And if you remember on the last stream, and I got it on my other computer, we drew this thing out perfectly. Where's my little arrow? We had an arrow. We told you right down here, that was the hold that the price was going to stop moving up, and it's following it directly. We are on the border of this next resistance area. And once this resistance zone that we're looking at right here, once this gets broken right around 236, we're back. And we got a lot of room to run. A lot of room to run. Could it go back down? Of course. Could it go back up? 100%. All of crypto right now, everything's stranded on an island at this point. Bitcoin hasn't broken out, needs to get above 94, and then needs to get above 97, and then needs to try to get above 100. XRP, it needs to just hold the line at $2, which is a massive psychological level. That's your 2020 all-time high at $1.96. It needs to hold that. The bulls have been holding it, and it needs to get back up to above $3 so it can retest all-time high. But no new liquidity is really coming into the markets, right? But that's going to change. That's all going to change. And we still don't have the clarity bill. Nope, we don't have the clarity. We don't have any bills. We need the bills. Frankie T has been acting like they're out in front of everyone, though, utilizing multiple blockchains according to interviews. Yeah, but like Franklin Templeton, they're so far behind when you look at to like what BlackRock has done, especially with Bitcoin, what Fidelity has been doing with Coinbase and getting in. They're trying to get up to speed because they understand where the markets go. Tate says everyone should just plan to hold the bags for 10 to 15 years and stop bitching. You'll be wealthy beyond your wildest dreams when you think of it in that time frame. One of the best comments I've seen all night. One of the best comments I've seen all night. Tate, I tell people the same thing. I'm like, look, even if you had to hold crypto another 10 years, would you rather hold crypto for 10 more years, or would you rather go to work every day for another 30? It's a cheat code. You just got to be patient. That's it. And if the price goes down, you can't handle it, walk away. Come back. That is why we look at real assets, right? That's why everyone should be looking at real assets. Whether your real asset is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, HBAR, Chainlink, Ondo, XLM. If it has an ETF, it's gonna make it. It's that simple. If you have an ETF on your asset, you are going to make it. Because ETFs bring institutional money. Institutional money brings millions beyond millions of dollars. Millions of dollars pumps your crypto. I mean, it's a very clear clear playbook here, you know? 2035. Lisa, that's how long you're going to hold? 2035, is that the goal? Smolty says, we're early, but the chances are getting slim very fast. Buy and hold this time next year. Yeah, look, I mean, I bought XRP at 17 cents. To me, XRP at $2.20, like, I'm done buying it. Why? Well, I got a 17 cent, maybe 23 cent DCA. I'm not going to buy it. I had my time to stack my bags. You know what I mean? And then people that are buying now, in a couple of years, they're going to be like, damn, I wish I bought more when it was at $2 because now it's at $20. There's always going to be that next generation that steps in after you and gets in at different entry points. And this thing's just going to keep rising and climbing. That's it. Tank says, 11 cents, punch clock, you dirty, dirty man. 50 cents here. Love that. Amazing buys. Amazing buys. Tank says, if you got 10,000 plus in XRP, you'll be a millionaire by next year. No doubt. Love it. Love it. Think about a year. It's a nothing burger. Nothing. It's a nothing burger a year. I mean, in crypto, a year is like 8 years, but it's nothing. You just hold, forget about it. Just like you do with your retirement account. You don't check your retirement account every single day, do you? You don't log in to your work's 401k plan and look at your bounce every day. You just get it taken out every 2 weeks. It goes up and you look at it maybe once a year, once every 3 years, or maybe you don't even look at it, you forget it. It should be the same thing for crypto. You want to know how I got started in crypto? I bought crypto every single week for 8 damn years. 8 years. Every week, money came out of my bank account. It was on a set and forget. And I just found some bags. I was going through computers the other day. I had wallets on them. I'm looking. I got a shit ton of money in there because I forgot about it. The best thing you can do is forget about it. And then when you hear it starting to rise, you go back, you're like, holy crap, look what I just did. My 8 years of stacking this thing, and I made a shit ton of money. You know, that's all you really got to do here. You buy when you can. And I tell people, everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to buy today. I don't have the money. Look, if you got $10, if you got $100, it doesn't matter. $10 over 8 years, it adds up. And if $10 came out of your bank account, guess what? You're not going to even realize $10 came out of your bank account. It's $10. You know what I mean? This is a generational opportunity that we're never going to see again. Never going to see it again. $0.42 DCA. Oh, I gotta scroll up. I missed that comment. Who was that? The nerd. Nord, not the nerd. My bad. 306 DCA to 237. Unfortunately, that's all right. Hey, you know what? You just keep lowering it. The more you lower it, the better off you're going to be. DCA's around 62 cents. Love that. That's a smooth, what, almost 4x on that? It could take you 28 years to 4x in the stock market. Investing in yourself. The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. That's it. That is it. That is the best investment you can make. Captain Rick, really happy for you. I'm right there with you, but it's for your own safety. I must have missed a comment before that. Frankie says, I've lived off profits from my diversified investments over the past 4 years, and I'm still well positioned. That's it. That's it. Is it nerd? Or is it Nord? It's Nord. It's Nord. I knew it was Nord. Anyone knows when Ripple feeds account license? Anyone knows when Ripple's Fed's account decision is due? Adam, I'm pretty sure that thing was due already, but the government was shut down. So we should be getting an answer for that. I mean, honestly, it's the government. Who knows when? We should be getting an answer on that, though, soon. Because I'm pretty sure it was due when the government was shut down. At least there might. That was for the Fed account license. That was for the banking license, right? We're talking banking license? Adam? Michael Anthony says, how do you buy to hold? Is that I never bought any before. Michael, no crypto, my friend, huh? Is that what we're saying? Captain Rick says, show Rip some love. Hit that like button. Lisa says, you won't be able to buy XRP next year. Next year price, you're gonna be priced out. Yep. Yeah, the banking license. Yeah, that was due already. That was due. We just gotta wait for the government to do something. Is Velo a good buy? Velo's a great buy. Velo, but remember now, Velo's a wild card asset. And if Velo runs, you're looking at a crazy multiplier on it. I love Velo. I hold a crap ton of Velo. I got it in around a penny on it. I've never sold any of it. Never sold any crypto. Velo's a sleeping giant. But remember, Velo will not move until altcoins start moving. If anything, it will bleed down more because it's a lower cap alt. It will bleed more. And because of the liquidity involved in it, right? All those mechanisms we can line up there. But when it moves, it will fly. It will fly. Fed gets approved. Ripple buys uphold. Ask AI and read it. Great setup. I believe Ripple buys uphold. I do believe that. I think you're spot on. You on Velo? Love that. I love Velo. We talked about Velo when it was a penny. And then went all the way up to like 3.5 cents. And we just wrote it because we know we've seen the targets on it. The targets are scary on it, where it can get. It's scary, those targets. Lisa says, thanks to the Lord for the positions we hold. That's right. I got an F ton of Velo. I love that. Adam Ashley's out there. I mean, that's on the exchange. It's not doing anything. Not doing anything. It's just sitting. So is Bitcoin done a what? Papa Bear says, all the talk about hitting 200,000 sounds like just talk now. Yeah, so Papa Bear, Bitcoin doesn't look good. Bitcoin needs to get or stay above 74K. If it breaks under and we get a weekly close on it at 74,000, it's officially a bear market for Bitcoin. This could be a little dead cat bounce. If it is a bear market for Bitcoin, well, then your altcoin should run. And we'll get out alt season and then we will officially enter a bear market probably until some point next year that will get broken, right? Bitcoin's key level on the upside you're looking for, you got a couple. You got 94,000 it needs to break. That was right around where that CME gap was that we just closed. I think it was between like 92 and 94 or 90 and 94, somewhere around there. But 94 is your key number. 97 is your next key number above it. And then the massive barrier is 100,000, your psychological region, right? We did not want to see that get broken. We told the Patreon group that 100K gets broken, we're going to be in for some serious trouble. It tried to hold it as much as it can, and it broke. So now we pay attention to see what Bitcoin's going to do. Obviously, if Bitcoin rejects here, goes under 74K, it's going to be time for your alts to run. So depending on what you hold and how you look at it, some people are rooting for it. Some people want to see it go higher. Me, on the other hand, I want to see Bitcoin keep going, right? Because the more money we get into the markets, the higher the altcoins are going to pump. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. I'd rather see Bitcoin go on another little tear, get more money in here before the rotation starts in the alts. Because I want to see our altcoins go a lot higher. But we can't always get what we want. But that's what I'm paying attention to. Right now, it's just, the markets are flat, right? Holiday season, flat market. Makes sense. That's how it goes. Kyle says, Bitcoin will go to 1 million, maybe 1.5 even, but eventually drop to 0 and will be the world's biggest heist. Yo, I actually agree with you. Bitcoin is going to 1 million. I told people when I position myself for the next cycle, which will probably get bottoms next year and across the board, I have about 23 cryptos. I will be breaking them down. I will be diversifying. Well, I will be less diversified. I will probably only be holding 5 to 8. I will be getting into Bitcoin. Because I think getting Bitcoin probably is going to go like 50, 60,000 at some point. I think it's going to 500,000 at some point. It's going to 1 million. I think next cycle, we're going to be way above 200K on it. Is that can go anywhere short term. So I think if we get it at 50, we get to 250, we ride a 5X on it and we rotate out. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. BTC 1 million by 2030. I agree. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. I got a meeting at 2100. 9 p.m. Huh. Very interesting. I don't want it. I started this 19 days before 10:10. I want higher prices, obviously, but a bear market will give me more time to stack. Either way, let's go. 9th AM. You got in right before the massive liquidation event. And you're still here. Good for you. Congrats. That's probably the worst liquidation event you're ever going to see, to be honest with you. It's the worst one I've seen. I mean, it was worse than FTX. It was worse than Celsius. I mean, that was the ultimate Binance scam plan. Viam is YFI Yearn Finance a good buy? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. You're going to the bar. God, Rick, you're one of those that goes to the bar on the biggest drinking night of the year, huh? You're a wild man. You are a wild man. I learned my lesson. I don't go out anymore to date. I used to party hard, especially tonight. I don't do it because I would wake up hungover. I wouldn't eat any food, and all the good food's out. And I'll just be miserable. I don't do it anymore. I'll be in bed by 9:30, 10, and that's it. We call it a day. We call it a day. Michael says, are you thinking that Bitcoin is a dead cat bounce this week, that Bitcoin will start selling out again like Monday? Look, I mean, it's tough to say, right? Is it a dead cat bounce? Obviously, we won't know until this plays out. That's why I'm paying attention to those key levels. 94 is your first level to pay attention to Bitcoin. If it doesn't break 94,000, we're probably going to see more blood in the streets, and it's going to bleed back down, and they're going to liquidate a lot of people that went long. So that's what I'm paying attention to. It's hard to call it a dead cat bounce. We won't get confirmation until it's already happened, and that's when you see people on Twitter, I told you it was a dead cat bounce. Like, we won't know until it plays out. That's why I look at levels. I look at levels, right? And 94,000 is that level I'm paying attention to. If we don't break it, then we're going to get rejected from it. We're going to go back down if we even get close to it. I mean, Sundays, I think the last 5 out of 6 weeks, we've had a Sunday pump. I think we had one Monday pump. That's when we didn't pump on a Sunday. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this Sunday when the weekly closes come in. Actually, we got the monthly close coming in. What day is the monthly? Oh, the monthly close falls exactly on the weekly close. So this Sunday will be a very interesting close. We're going to get the monthly and the weekly. That's going to tell us everything we need to know. If by Sunday we can get above and hold above 94,000, we're going to be in some good position here, right? We'll be a good position. Old man crypto. You just get here, my friend. How much and how long before the over-the-counter XRP runs dry? So old man crypto, if you go to that pinned tweet, that's my crypto, that's my Ripple and XRP news website. At the top, we got the ETF terminal where you can track everything. We ran through the numbers. So depending on how much XRP we actually think is up there, or that is out there, Darth Vader, I'll touch on that right after this. Depending on how much we think is out there, if you want to say, I don't know, I think the consensus is anywhere from 3 to 5 billion. We base the numbers off of, and I'm going to write an article on this tomorrow, so pay attention to the news website. I'll put this content out there. But if we look at the numbers, and we based everything off of 4 ETFs because that's the only data that we have, right? After 12 months, and we keep up our inflows of we're averaging about 47 a day. So we keep up 47 million a day in spot ETFs across 4 ETFs. After 12 months, you'll be about 5.5 billion XRP absorbed. If we say there's only 3 to 5 billion out there, it's going to take you 12 months. But do not forget, we're going to get a lot more than 4 ETFs, right? We have 1 going live on Friday. We have 2 more in December, which is going to push us up to 7 ETFs. So your 12-month projection, if we just double 4 to 8, we could be looking at about anywhere from 4 to 6 months, as long as we keep this volume up. And then this thing will be supply shock status. I'll be ready to go. Frankie, all right, I got you, homie. You guys got here, okay. Yep. So we broke that down. So we based the numbers, as you said, off of 4 ETFs. We're going to have at least 7 in, I would say, the first 2 weeks of December. Run the math. 4 gives you 12 about a year before we run dry. Double that to 8 ETFs. Same volume coming in without any of the big boys coming in. You're probably looking at about a 4 to 6 month runway is what we're looking at. Blue Man, love your content. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with the community. You're very welcome. Thank you for stopping in and thank you for leaving a comment. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If Kraken glitches at $91 with 4 ETFs, it could hit 150 easy with all the ETFs live. Yes, 100%. 100%. Adam says 1 month runs it thin if 2. Yeah. Like I said, you know, the countdown starts once we get 5 ETFs. Your 5th one is coming. It's a 5th with a wild card. Because of I don't know if we count Rex in here. I don't think we do. So I think we really say we only have 4. We have our 5th one coming to life on Friday and 21 shares. And then you got Wisdom Tree and Coin Shares lined up for December as well. So that's what we're looking at. Thank you, my man, Frankie. I'll look at it. Jake says he claimed he knew it was $2 billion on OTC. I don't know. I mean, no one knows how much is on over the counter. You know, you would need to talk to every market maker out there and know how much they have. We don't know. We don't know. We say 3 to 5, we'll figure it out. So that's it. Thinking only 1.6 billion on over the counter. If that, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I mean, I have an opinion. My opinion. I think we're sitting at 3 to 5 is my opinion. Could it be less? It could be. Could it be more? I mean, we don't know. Need 21. We'll get a lot more. We'll get a lot more. I think it was like 24 we're waiting for. If Bitcoin goes to even 500,000 by 2030, where do you see the price of XRP? Oh, easy 3 digits. Easy 3 digits. Easy peasy is what we'll be looking at. All right, look, I think I'm going to wrap it there. I got to go make a YouTube video, and I got to jump on a call at 9 o'clock. It looks like we've been live a little over an hour. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have an amazing Thanksgiving if you are celebrating. Be safe out there. We will be back next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's going to do it for me. Keep your eyes on the ETFs. You got the website up above. Have an amazing night, and I'll talk to all y'all